We're here again today because last week, Boston received a letter from the Attorney General of the United States.
Yesterday, I sent out 33 letters to mayors around this country. I think 3 or 4 of them were in California alone, not surprising. I sent out letters to all of these mayors and to the governors saying, you must comply. We want to know what you're doing to comply with our federal government. So we're going to see, I'll let you know how they respond. They have 5 days to respond to me.
At a time when this federal administration is already causing so much fear and harm in our communities, these threats are serious and consequential. But our same communities have told me loud and clear that silence in the face of oppression is not an option. The U.S. Attorney General asked for a response by today. So here it is. Here is our response. Stop attacking our cities to hide your administration's failures. Unlike the Trump administration, Boston follows the law. And Boston will not back down from who we are and what we stand for. We will not back away from our community that has made us the safest major city in the country and a leading example of why cities around the country make this country safer, healthier, and more prosperous for all Americans. To all the federal officials attacking communities that embody diversity, creativity, and moral clarity, we mayors said this in D.C. nearly 6 months ago, and I'll say it again today. You are wrong on the law, and you are wrong on safety. Most of all, you are wrong on cities. The cities that live in your minds are totally foreign to the residents living in our cities. And we are picking up the pieces of your failures to deliver on your promises. Under the Trump administration, groceries are less affordable. Housing is harder to build. Cures for cancer are farther away. And good news on our economy has been as hard to find as the Epstein list. But as always, cities are doing everything we can to protect our residents and keep moving forward. While you are cutting health care and food assistance for our families, Boston has launched new coalitions to connect residents to fresh food, stable housing, and job training to build healthy, long lives. While you attempt to unlawfully cancel grants for our schools and roads, we funded 10,000 paid summer jobs for our young people, opened 1,000 new seats in free, high-quality early education classrooms for our littlest learners, fixed more than 27,000 potholes, and repaved more than 80 miles of city streets. While you're slashing funding for our universities, hospitals, and research institutions, Boston is building pathways to community college and UMass Boston, joining with industry to train hundreds of residents for careers in life sciences and clean energy, and partnering with our city's largest employers to double the size of our health careers high school. While you deploy military personnel to occupy American streets, we are building community safety. Our police don't have to hide their faces. Boston police do not hide their faces because they are members of our community. Our officers keep us safe by getting to know our residents, not working to remove them. Back in June, the city of Boston filed a Freedom of Information request with ICE, demanding the bare minimum of transparency from our federal government. ICE talked a big game, promised that they would get us information, and it's been 2 months without any answers. So today, we will file a formal appeal, insisting that ICE produce the public records we asked for, and we're prepared to take additional legal steps if they continue to refuse transparency. Over the last several months, we've watched Donald Trump send the National Guard into LA and DC to stoke fear and disorder. Boston stands with these cities as they sue over his abuse of power. We have reviewed those cases, and we are prepared to stand up for our city's rights if we need to. Your attacks all come back to a common aim. The Trump administration seeks to divide, isolate, and intimidate cities and make Americans fearful of one another. But Boston is proof of something far more powerful than lies and intimidation. That safety and community come from loving your neighbor as yourself. Attorney General Bondi, we are gathered here today to show you who we are in Boston. More than 100 years before your home state was founded, Bostonians were across the street in Faneuil Hall setting the foundation for our democracy and rule of law.
Yes.
100 years before that, Bostonians were founding the first public school and public park in the country. This has always been a city of revolution, of innovation, of standing up for the public good, and never bowing down to tyranny. With me today, our fellow public servants and veterans, public safety and faith leaders, civil rights advocates and labor union members, teachers and business owners, entrepreneurs and artists, youth and seniors. This is our city.
Yes.
This is our country. And I'm so proud and grateful to show the world who our community is here in Boston and what we're made of. Cities aren't a threat to America. They fuel the American dream. They bring us together. Great cities make our country great. Boston will never back down from being a beacon of freedom and a home for everyone.